Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest updates that directly affect you and your loved ones. Today, we have absolutely massive, game-changing news coming out of South Africa regarding the SASSA old age grant. For millions of senior citizens aged 57 and above, May 2025 is bringing a financial development that many have been praying for over the past few years. That's right, we are talking about a shocking, substantial increase in the SASSA old age grant that is set to take effect immediately. This is not just another small inflation adjustment. This is a major step forward in helping seniors cope with the rising costs of living, medical expenses, and day-to-day necessities. So stick around because we are breaking it all down for you in great detail, and you don't want to miss a second of this information-packed update. For years, South African seniors have been vocal about the challenges they face in making ends meet with the old grant amounts. Food prices have been skyrocketing, healthcare costs have ballooned, and energy prices have hit record highs, creating a scenario where fixed incomes just weren't cutting it anymore. SASSA, the South African Social Security Agency, in partnership with government leaders, has finally acknowledged these mounting pressures and decided to take bold action. This decision is a direct response to the tireless advocacy of senior citizens, community leaders, and support organizations that have demanded a more realistic, dignified level of financial support for those who have given so much to society during their working years. And now, in May 2025, we are finally seeing those efforts pay off. Previously, the SASSA old age grant offered payments that many argued were far below the actual cost of living. Even though annual increases were introduced, they often barely kept pace with inflation, leaving recipients struggling to afford basic groceries, cover transportation, and pay for crucial medications. For many, it meant choosing between buying healthy food or paying utility bills. The frustration among older citizens has been palpable, with countless reports highlighting the daily sacrifices and hardships they endure. Now, with this unprecedented increase, the government is aiming to restore a sense of security, dignity, and comfort to our elderly community. The new grant amount is not just an incremental bump, it's a real transformation that could change lives. According to the official announcement made earlier this week, the SASSA old age grant for those aged 60 and above will rise dramatically starting in May 2025. Even more surprising, a new inclusion has been made for individuals aged 57 to 59, offering them early access to the benefits at a slightly adjusted amount. This move recognizes that many South Africans in their late 50s are already facing serious health challenges and job market difficulties, making it harder for them to sustain themselves until the traditional retirement age. With this policy change, the government is not only providing immediate relief but also building a bridge toward a more comprehensive retirement support system for future generations. Now, let's talk numbers, because that's what everyone wants to hear. Previously, the average monthly SASSA old age grant stood at around R290 for individuals aged 60 to 74 and R210 for those over 75. But starting May 2025, the grant amount will jump by a jaw-dropping R750 across the board. That means individuals aged 60 and older will now receive approximately R2,148 per month, while those over 75 will receive a slightly higher amount, nearing R2,860. And for the newly included 57 to 59-year-old age group, the grant will be around R2,700 monthly. This is an absolutely massive step forward that many experts believe will help thousands, if not millions, of seniors achieve a much-needed sense of financial breathing room. One of the most impressive aspects of this increase is the government's commitment to ensuring that the grants actually deliver real value in people's lives. In previous years, some critics argued that modest increases were immediately eroded by inflation, making them almost meaningless in practical terms. This time, the approach has been different. Policymakers worked closely with economic advisors, senior advocacy groups, and social welfare organizations to design an increase that not only accounts for inflation but goes beyond it. By doing so, they hope to genuinely improve living standards for elderly citizens, giving them a real chance to enjoy their golden years without the constant stress of financial uncertainty. But where is the money coming from to fund this major grant increase? That's a question many people have been asking, and it's a valid one. According to Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana, the funding will come from a reallocation of budget priorities, increased tax revenues from a recovering economy, and more efficient management of social assistance programs. Additionally, some funds will come from international support partnerships and social development initiatives that aim to uplift vulnerable populations. In short, it's a carefully planned financial maneuver rather than a short-term political stunt. Experts are cautiously optimistic, noting that if managed properly, this grant increase could set a positive precedent for future social support programs. There's also the critical issue of accessibility. Many seniors have historically faced challenges in accessing their grants due to long queues, technical glitches, or administrative bottlenecks. In response to these concerns, SASSA is rolling out a series of improvements to the grant disbursement process. New digital platforms are being introduced to allow for easier application, tracking, and payment of grants. Physical offices are being upgraded, and more mobile outreach units will be dispatched to rural and underserved communities to ensure that no eligible senior citizen is left behind. These enhancements are expected to make it faster and simpler for seniors to get the support they are entitled to without unnecessary stress and delays. A public reaction to the announcement has been overwhelming, with many seniors expressing deep gratitude and relief. In interviews and social media posts, people have shared heartfelt stories of how this grant increase will directly impact their lives. Some say they will finally be able to afford healthier food options, which could dramatically improve their health outcomes. Others mention that they can now keep up with utility payments without constantly worrying about getting disconnected. Some even talk about being able to afford occasional small luxuries, like birthday gifts for grandchildren or modest family gatherings, which add immense emotional value to their lives. Of course, as with any major government initiative, there are critics who caution that the success of this plan will depend on sustained economic growth and vigilant management of public funds. Some worry that if economic conditions worsen or if government corruption issues re-emerge, the sustainability of the grant increase could come under threat. These concerns are not without merit. South Africa's economy has faced major ups and downs in recent years, and maintaining a delicate balance between social spending and fiscal responsibility will be critical moving forward. Still, for now, the mood among the elderly population is one of celebration and cautious optimism. Another point worth mentioning is that this increase is expected to have a ripple effect across the broader economy. With more disposable income, seniors will be spending more at local businesses, pharmacies, supermarkets, and service providers. This increased consumer activity can help boost small businesses, create jobs, and stimulate economic growth in various communities. Economists often refer to this phenomenon as the multiplier effect, where social spending leads to wider economic benefits. Therefore, the grant increase is not just good for seniors, it's potentially good for the whole country. Community organizations and NGOs have also played a major role in making this change happen, and they continue to be vital partners in ensuring that seniors are educated about their rights and supported through the grant application and payment processes. Several workshops, information campaigns, and assistance programs are being rolled out to help seniors navigate the new system and maximize the benefits available to them. Volunteers, social workers, and legal advisors are being mobilized to provide free support where needed, especially in more isolated or marginalized areas. It's also important to highlight the emotional and psychological impact that this kind of financial relief can have. poverty, and financial stress are major contributors to mental health challenges among seniors, including depression and anxiety. By providing a more generous and reliable income stream, the government is not just addressing material needs, it's helping to foster a sense of security, belonging, and self-worth among the elderly population. Experts in geriatric psychology note that financial security is a key factor in promoting overall well-being, physical health, and even longevity among older adults. For those who are wondering about the application process for the 57 to 59-year-old group, SASSA has clarified that eligible individuals will need to submit proof of age, residency status, income verification, and any existing disability documentation if applicable. The application can be done online, through local SASSA offices, or via mobile outreach units. Officials are promising a streamlined process to prevent unnecessary bureaucratic delays, and additional staff have been hired temporarily to help manage the expected surge in applications. There are also provisions in place for grant recipients who may not have access to smartphones or internet services. In these cases, traditional paper applications and in-person support services will still be available. SASSA has emphasized inclusivity, ensuring that technological barriers do not prevent eligible seniors from accessing their grants. For those who may be housebound or have mobility issues, special arrangements can be made through SASSA's mobile units or community partners. Looking ahead, some experts are speculating whether this increase might pave the way for a universal basic income system for seniors in South Africa. Although still in the early discussion stages, the success of the expanded old age grant could serve as a pilot or stepping stone toward broader social security reforms. Such a system could provide all citizens over a certain age with a guaranteed minimum income, reducing poverty levels dramatically and helping to create a more equitable society. In conclusion, the SASSA Old Age Grant increase for May 2025 is more than just a bigger paycheck for seniors. It's a bold statement about the kind of society South Africa wants to build, one that values, respects, and supports its elders. It's a recognition that after a lifetime of work, sacrifice, and contribution, senior citizens deserve to live their later years with dignity, security, and hope. While challenges and uncertainties remain, today is a day to celebrate a major victory for social justice, economic empowerment, and human decency. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information helpful or inspiring, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you stay up to date with all the latest news and updates. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, take care and stay safe.